campaign, or phases, I might say. From January till March, till end of March, is what we call the concept development and partnership formation. So that, we want people, as they come to these meetings, to contribute to this concept that we're building, that we want to use for the delivery of the campaign. So that is the first phase. But the components are a baseline study, which begins April 1, not a Fool's Day, by the way. April 1, it's not a crime. So April 1, it is the baseline study. So we want to know what Kenyans are thinking, what is there, what are the concerns, what are the issues to think of, what are the issues that they care about, so to inform the delivery of the message. That study actually is what will inform the messages to be crafted, and that study will be led by what is called communication for behavioral impact, which is actually, by the way, it has its roots in the business private sector, because it has its roots in what is called integrated marketing communication. So that is where it originated. So the study is led by that, and we have the teams to conduct that. And then there's the infrastructure set up, which is the equipment. We have these big screens, and you'll see through our presentation now, big screens to deliver those messages. The screens on palm tops throughout the country, on where you fuel your car. On top of those, throughout the country, there will be screens that will be delivering messages. And there will be 10 big screens mounted on tracks. So at the end, as the campaign is delivered, there will be 10 big screens, 12 square meter screens installed on vehicles that will be in 10 counties simultaneously, delivering these messages. So that's the infrastructure we talk about. Then immediately after that, of course, the methodology. In order to deliver, because sensitizations and communication and all these things have been done and is being done by others. So what are we going to do differently? That make people to change the behaviors and attitudes towards the things we want people to keep in mind as they vote. It is the methodology that we use. And by the way, I think I've jumped some of the objectives. I've listed two, but there was one on peace and national cohesiveness in the run-up and during and after the election. So we calmly go to the elections, go about our campaigns, do whatever we want, but do it peacefully. All right? So that was the third objective. And the fourth is to use the national values and principles of governance as a basis for electing leaders, so that we end up with good, honest, corruption-free leaders. And finally, let me just talk about, because my colleagues will talk about other things, and I don't want to be too late with my time, is how you will participate, how we want to your participation. Now, there are three categories of stakeholders that we're targeting. One is what we call ministries, departments, agencies, and commissions. And we have coined a small acronym for that, which is MDAX. If it's a bad name, maybe we'll just stop it. We call them MDAX, which is just a short for all what the things I've said. So those stakeholders, we want them to come on board. They have messages, especially now, for instance, Mr. Youth is here, the Yokume Initiative, which is, making sure that, elections and during the election, after elections, all the time, we live in a secure and peaceful environment. Their messages now, for instance, can ride on the campaign. We will not charge for that. We just want them to come on board because that is what we want to contribute as a company, so that they can deliver those messages as the voter education messages are delivered alongside that. And so the others also. So all you need to do is to partner with us, to collaborate, so under what is called private-public cooperation. Work together on that. No fees or funding is required of this bodies. Now that's the first category, our stakeholders. The second one is the private sector. The private sector, and I don't see a lot of them here today. Yes. Okay. So I think some of them are on the way anyway. For the private sector, I'm sure people from CAM and yourselves would be very interested in having an environment that's conducive to business. Because, you know, they lose twice. If there's a problem, first of all, personal loss, because like the PEB last time, people die. God forbid. All right? So that they share with us. But also they lose their wealth because of the chaos. So they have more stake in a stable environment for business. And what we're doing is, what we're saying is that, okay, you guys come on board. How you come on board? Because you're a business. Let us as a business, including ourselves, contribute our share. That's not always expected. The public, to the sector to contribute to do all the work. Let's do our work ourselves. So you come on board, the way you come on board, you will associate yourselves with this campaign through different association levels. Some of them, we call them title associations. Some of them, we call them platinum, gold, silver, you know those things. So you associate with that. But in exchange, we're not just saying associate and pay for this. We're telling you, we're going to give you some benefits that you cannot resist. I'm talking like a businessman now. All right? What we're saying is that we have all those screens on palm tops throughout the country, and we have these screens that are going around on these big, on the trucks. You can have your messages delivered, advertisement messages delivered, okay, throughout those places. And by the way, just to give you a few figures, because you like numbers also, there would be 350, at least 350 stations, petrol stations, that will have those screens in there. And we're calculating that in it, you know, petrol stations, some of them are big, so there's 15,000 liters, for instance, that they sell a day. Some of them are small, they sell 2,000, 3,000. So we average about 5,000 liters, and we're saying, on average, a small car, a motorist, will fill about 5 liters, which is about equivalent to 500.